All right, we're back. Part four, I think. One, two, three. Yeah, part four. Man-made collection. So next up, we've got the What's that say? That's a special edition, and then this is Blue Submarine number 6, which I would never have seen this unless it was on Toonami, which it was, and I just really liked it. It's basically you have this crazy scientist dude who's in the Antarctic doing all these crazy wow, that was a very bad, like, just verbal diarrhea. He's doing all these, like, weird experiments, doing stuff in the Arctic and stuff, melting the ice caps. This is like post global warming, post humans on land, I guess, era. It's like very Waterworld esque, where there's like very little landmass that's not covered in sea. So you got people mostly underwater, a lot of people dead, very little land stuff, and then he does. I'm trying to remember what happens. I think he like basically just like points all his nukes at everybody. And he's like, whatever, dude, and just like about to push the button. And you have like these submarine soldier people and these like cool little submarine mech things, and they're like, oh, we got to stop them. And you have like this, yeah. It just follows like the adventures of these couple of soldiers. It's a fun time, fun ride. I enjoyed it. Not too complex there. It's just basically, oh, bad guy. Let's stop the bad guy and stuff. Oh, I got some more Transformers in here. So let's go over these real fast. But basically, Beast Wars, Transformers. This is season 3. Basically, I'm not gonna spend too much time on these because they're not. I mean, they're animated, but they're not from Japan. It's very domestic. So seasons 3, 2, and 1, I think, are what I'm pulling out. But yeah, this takes place. It's weird. You basically have a bunch of Transformers who fall to Earth, and then they have to like survive, and it's like prehistoric times, and so they have to adapt their bodies to the climate, and they like take the forms of like animals. It's weird. I'm not gonna get into it. It's pretty basic. Good guys versus bad guys. Actually, there's more to that. It's actually like rewatching this when I was rewatching it. I hadn't seen it in such a long time. It's pretty good group dynamics, because you have like division within each camp. But that's what made G1 great. So it's kind of it's a good follow up to like G1 in my opinion. And there's like some crossover as far as like they kind of like almost mess up the entire timeline. It's really good. But you have like the Predacons, who are the Decepticon bad guys, and you have like the Autobots, Maximals. I'm sorry, I'm like, they're called Autobots. No, the Maximals, who are also the Autobots, good guys. So you have like divisions within like each team of like, you're a bad leader, Megatron, you're doing it wrong. But then like, I don't like, usually it's not the case on like the Maximals or Autobots. Like, they're always like, okay, cool, Optimus, you lead the way. But on this one, it's like they totally just like rag on him the whole time of like, I don't know, dude, I think you're not doing the right thing. We shouldn't be doing this. You're a terrible leader. Our base sucks. Our ship sucks. This sucks. I want to go back home. It's great. All right, and then okay, there's like really nothing to say about Transformers really, because I'm not going to like go into it. But basically, you have Autobots, Decepticons, and they fight, and there's a conflict, and they're stuck on Earth, and they want to get back to Cybertron, and they have these adventures. But these are in here too, apparently. I am totally keeping these. I'm not getting rid of these for sure. So I'm just pulling these out of here so I can see what else is in here. But these are the DVD boxes of. Well, I guess there's like been more than one release though. There's like this one that came out, but at the time it was broke. Of the I think it was like the Cybertronian collection or something, and it had like the Matrix of Leadership, and it was like a cool box, and I was like, oh man, but I don't have any money, so I couldn't buy it. So I'm not sure if it comes out on Blu-ray, I might get it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna like buy another re-release of this since I already have it on DVD. So yeah, that's like 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of these box sets. Just man. And then I don't care what anybody says, dude. I love G1. Like, some people say, oh, it's not as good as people say it was, or wasn't. It doesn't hold up, or there's no. It's not as whatever. F them. Like, I disagree. We got the Project A-ko DVD collection. Okay, so back in the day on Sci-Fi Channel, like, they showed this, and I just fell in love with it, dude. It's really, really interesting and weird. You have basically. I haven't seen it in such a long time, so I'm not sure if I'm 100% right here, but you have like this alien girl Aiko and like Biko and Siko. And so Aiko and Biko are friends, but like Siko's like super jealous of them, and she's like this rich aristocratic lady, and so like she's and like they're always like fighting over Biko. This, yeah, I'm saying this, whatever. And so that's like that's like the main thrust of like the conflict. And then like beyond that, I think they're always just like having adventures as far as like going to like different weird planets and stuff. I don't know. I haven't watched this in ages. I need to rewatch it, but man. You know, it's really weird. Like, not to interject with like something weird, but I can't help it. It's like looking at this and then like looking at like the area thing, and like I love Ghost in the Shell. So there must be like some like weird theme of like me and like strong female protagonist. I'm like, man, hey, Eiko. I mean, it's more than like just like the whole like, you know, oh, she's pretty. Whoa. Like, no, she's like can like kick the crap out of you and just like throw a tank at you or something. But yeah. Oh man. Okay, this is funny. So this is Escaflowne, the Vision of Escaflowne, and then the complete series. And then like I think the 10th or 20th anniversary of this like just came out or is about to come out, and I still haven't watched this. So it's like, you know, I've had this for I don't know how long. I don't know when I bought it, but I've had it a long time, and still haven't watched it. So I can't really tell you what that one's about. So I guess that's another thing about like, you know, comparing games and like anime is like it's not as bad as it is in games though. Where it's like there's still stuff I have that I haven't seen, like Final Fantasy Unlimited. I don't know when I'll get around to watching it, but I did try to watch it at one point. I just didn't get through it. And then this one I don't even think I even watched like the first episode. Okay, Record of Lotus 4. This is Chronicles of the Heroic Knight. I have the there's another 13 episode series of this I have somewhere, but this isn't it. But I've seen the 13 episode one. This is wait, hold up. Is this no, this is a different one. So the one I watched the I did actually watch the Record of Lotus, the OG Record of Lotus before this one. It still holds up. It's pretty good. It just is a bit slow and stuff. But this one I couldn't tell you about because I haven't seen it. But essentially, if you're wondering like, oh, what makes it so compelling for you to pick up, Chris? Well, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, basically like that, but in anime form. Okay, it's not like, you know, there's the One Ring, and then there's Sauron, and then there's like, you know, the humans and the orcs and the elves. It's just a fantasy setting like that in anime form. So you have like, you know, you have the creatures, you have the elves, and you have humans, and you have the other. You got magic, you got knights, you know, all that fun stuff. And it's just like there's like a conflict in the land, and, you know, adventure and friendship. But then I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you what happens. So it's like, you know, I'm sure it's good, but I just haven't watched it. Wow, I'm on a string of ones I haven't seen yet. So this is Mecha Masters Explosive Anime Classics, I guess is that what's that say? Mecha Masters Explosive Anime Classics, and it's like some box set. So we've got MD Geist, Death Force, Genocyber, Cybernetics Guardian, and then some soundtracks. Oops, dropped it. I have not seen any of these, so, you know, I couldn't tell you anything about these either. But, you know, like, as we have seen from all the anime I pulled out of my crate, though, I was apparently very into the mecha giant robots, so I should get around to watching this sometime. But I think I picked this up for cheap. I saw there's like a bunch of them in one thingy, and I was like, oh, cool, cheap anime, and it's got robots. So I'm not sure how the director's cut of MD Geist or the Death Force Collector's Series Edition with a bonus DVD or Genocyber or Cybernetics Guardians are, but I guess I'll find out eventually if I ever watch it. But yeah. And apparently it's 16 up, so there might be some does it say why? It does not. So, you know, some crazy violence going on. Okay, Tsukikage Ran. I want to say I watched this, but I think I've seen like I've seen some of this. I haven't seen all of it, but I couldn't. It's been a long time. I don't remember what happens. I don't remember what it's about. I'm sorry. I'm felling left and right here. But yeah, that's this one. And I don't know what it's about. Sorry, it's just I'm looking at it and it looks like, oh, feudal Japan or feudal Asia, and there's conflict or something, and some lady swordswoman. Oh yeah, so so yeah. Oh wait, there's more in here. I thought that was it. Oh, there's more in here. Okay, I thought that. Wow, I put these in here like in a weird, yeah. They're in here in a weird way, is what I was trying to say. Oh, that rhymed. Oh, we got a classic, a legendary classic that is essential, I would say. But so yeah, we got the Cowboy Bebop. What is that? Cowboy Bebop remix complete collection? Yeah. This is one of my favorites as well. Like I love Cowboy Bebop. It's just so good. Like the music, the story, the characters, the action, the setting, the the costume design, the yes, just like the storyline. Did I say the storyline already? Music, characters, action, setting, story, costume design. Okay, that's 6 things. Whatever. It's good. It's fantastic. One of the best ever, in my opinion. Just it's in space, sci-fi, of course, because I love sci-fi. And then you got the bounty hunter. There's bounty hunters. They aren't all together at the beginning. Yeah, you see them all different, but they're not all a team at the beginning. They just like stumble into each other. It's great. Those are some of the best episodes. They're just like, who are you? Oh, I'm chasing this bounty down. Oh, it's my bounty, and just like have beef over it. But it's cool. It's cool because they like to team up, and they're like, oh, well, you've got the ship, the Bebop, and you can, I guess, join us on our adventures. And then like one of the best parts is when like the team is assembled, and then Spike is like to Jet. He's like, 3 things I hate are kids, women with attitudes, and pets or dogs. I don't remember. And he's like, why are all 3 of these things on my ship? That's your other thing. It's just like just like the way that they interact, the interconnectedness of all the characters is just so good. Just it's just, yeah. It's I can't say enough about it. It's like I haven't said a lot, but it's like I didn't really need to say anything because it's if you enjoy life, if you like liking things, then you should check this out. It's a fun time. It's got action. It's got romance. It's got adventure. It's got friendship. It's got it hits all the notes. It hits all the beats, and then it's. I mean, there's something I could say, but I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, there's it's an amazing series. It's a classic, and it's up there in the top 5 for sure. I mean, I already said like there's a bunch in the top 5, so I said top 3. It's not in the top 3 for me, but it's in the top 5 for sure. So it's like it's definitely like number 4, maybe number 5, whatever. It's just one of those great series. I haven't watched this one. Street Fighter 2. I guess there's like an anime of it. This is a collection of that, I guess, the series. It's weird though, because there's also another Street Fighter series that was on USA, the like TV channel, way back when. But this isn't that. It's like the discipline, justice, commitment. This is a completely different one, which I didn't even know existed until like I saw this in like the product catalog or whatever. And since I love Street Fighter, I was like, oh well, I'll pick it up, but I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you anything about it, if it's good or not. So it's a thing. It exists. Is it good or not? Yeah. But we all know what it's about. Shadowloo, Ryu, Ken, the Satsui no Haru, Guile and the government trying to take down Shadowloo, Chun-Li and the Interpol trying to take down Shadowloo. So, this is like Once Upon a Time, this movie was like it as far as like on like the list and anime and stuff, but I would say it hasn't aged well. So this is the original Ghost in the Shell. This is the special edition, it looks like. Yeah, this is a special edition DVD based on blah blah blah. It's got a poster in there apparently, but I don't know. It's like I used to really not really. Back in the day, before like standalone complex, I guess I would say I very much enjoyed Ghost in the Shell, but I can't. I mean, I can go back and watch it, but just it doesn't hold up compared to standalone complex, dude. Standalone complex is just like, poof, like just blows it away. It's it's actually it's like interesting because it's like very different. Like it and like it you can still take it for like what it is and enjoy it, but compared to its contemporaries like standalone complex or Arise, or Solid State Society, it's like those things are basically the same thing with like better animation and just better production value. And then going back to watch that, it's like it's kind of like the Mobile Suit Gundam thing of like I can appreciate it, but it's like I'm not gonna like say anything bad about it, or like even though I think the even though like I watch it and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look as good as like Gundam Wing or like 0083 or the MS Team. It's like I can still enjoy it and like can appreciate like the story and the characters. But like the anime, I mean, yeah, it's like it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me that the animation like looks dated or isn't as good. It's still good itself. It's just not as good as the better stuff or the more modern stuff. So it doesn't hold up. Like there's stuff that's like old that holds up. But this is like old and doesn't hold up in my opinion. I mean, just because like the pacing of the movie, there's only like a couple action sequences. I mean, there's action sequences, but then they're not as big and as elaborate as like modern films. And they're not as many. Because like if you watch that and you watch something else that came out sooner, or, like came out recently, like there's action sequences in that like the original Ghost in the Shell, but they just don't compare to like the big ones. Even though there's like maybe one big one in that one, and like some small ones. The small ones are just like completely overshadowed to like the big ones. Like you have the chase in the alleyway when they catch the first person that's been like brain hacked by like the puppet master, and they don't remember anything. It's like that's an action sequence, but it's like it's not really that great. And then you have the highway. The highway scene really isn't an action sequence when they stop the car and like they shoot all the people. That's I think to me it's like really have like the one at the beginning. You have the one where she like shoots through the window and kills the dude, which is like the classic iconic scene that they keep reusing for some reason. The scene in the alley where they chase the dude and like she beats him up at the end, and then you have like the fight with the giant tank. Well, the highway scene doesn't really count, so I'll stop saying it. But like yeah, the fight with the tank at the end, that was an action sequence, but yeah, I mean they're not bad. They just don't hold up. Like I said, I don't like talk badly about Ghost in the Shell because I love like the modern one. It's just like the old one. It's just it's weird to call it old because it's like it's like a 1990 something that it was like made in, so 95. So it's not really old. It's just a classic. It just hasn't. It's just it's a classic. Yeah, it's a classic. It's not as good as the modern one. So whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of like rambling on here, trying to like not speak too badly about it. But I think that's all the anime that's in here. I think the rest of these are DVDs. Or I'm sorry, the rest of these are CDs. So I will end the video here because I have some more that are like on that. If you can see that DVD rack in the corner, there's some on there. And then I guess there are some I threw out because I'm not seeing them in this box. So maybe I got rid of them and I thought I didn't get rid of them all, but I got rid of most of them, or I don't know. But I'm looking around and I don't see anything besides games. So there's a bunch. Yeah, now that I've taken it all out, let me show that now. Is that hold up. Ah, crap. Screensaver just came on. Okay, here we go. So yeah, as you can see, there's just like some CDs in there. But then if you look over here, I started just like piling them up on the floor as I was doing this. So just there's a bunch of effing stacks of DVDs, which is why I'm getting rid of all this crap because they're just ridiculous. Whereas in this case behind me, as you can see, there is nothing. Wow, it's hard to angle this. I'm trying to like look at wow. There we go. So yeah, nothing in that case. Great. And so that's gonna be used for something else now. But I'm gonna go over to that stack of DVDs over there, and then or not stack. I'm sorry, the shelf holder rack thing, whatever you wanna call it. It's funny because I actually have another one of those at MD'd, and I use it to like hold my hoodies and jackets. I don't even use it for like DVDs anymore because that's a whole other thing. I'm like trying to go all digital, so that's like a whole other thing. But whatever. So like I like do that and then like put them in disk binders to save space, so they're not just like there like an eyesore or on the floor or just like wherever. So I'm gonna go over there, pull the anime out from over there, and then that should be part 5. And part 5 might be the last one. So I think I'll also try to like find any that I didn't pull from out of my bedroom and then go through those too. But yeah, that's it for part 4, and I'll be back with part 5 after this.